saw this crazy rumor, crazy idea, and it was actually a lot of comments under my video yesterday talking about the basically confirmation of Modern Warfare 4 due to Ghost appearing on a Fanta can over in Canada. And some people were like, hey, wait, hear me out, brother. It might be motherfucking Call of Duty Ghost 2. What if it was Call of Duty Ghost 2? What if it was finally coming? What if that's the big reveal? That's why they have Ghost on there. Nope. Like, I don't see that, bro. And I get what you're saying. It would be fucking amazing. Like, I love Call of Duty Ghosts. I want a second one. I want a continuation. We've done a story rewritten for Ghost 2 and Ghost 3 and what could have been if those games released. Like, I love Call of Duty fucking Ghost, but I just don't see it happening at all. And I get what you're saying. Like, you know, you have Ghost on the can and you might say, well, that means that the game is going to be centered around Ghost, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't know where it came from. And I saw a lot of comments saying like, no, it's confirmed that it's Ghost 2. It actually means Ghost 2. So I was like, okay, are we fucking around here or is there something that I missed? Like, I mean, there's shit that I miss all the time. Like, sometimes I'd be late to stuff if you guys didn't let me know in the comments of previous videos. So I'm like, okay, let me go check real quick. So I get on Twitter, I start checking online, I start Googling Call of Duty Ghost 2 confirmed. Is that what that mean? Nothing, bro. Like, and I saw a discourse around it. I saw conversations happening. Like, yeah, but what if it's Ghost 2, this and that? But it's not. And if we keep it simple, right? Like, absolutely keep it fucking simple. The leaks that we got were indicating Modern Warfare 4. And they were indicating Modern Warfare 4 for a long time. And these leaks aren't new. Like, we've known that Modern Warfare 4 is coming since, like, last year at least. That 2026 was going to be an MW4 game. Just like we know that 2027 is going to be a Sledgehammer game set in modern times. And it's going to be completely different. It's going to be like its own thing. So we already know this. And that's the problem with kind of trying to say it might have been Ghost 2. Now, the reason that a Ghost sequel I don't even think would happen right now is just because the story, the world is so different and so detached and so original that I don't even think they would want to dip into that right now. I mean, they got Warzone to think about. As fucking stupid and terrible as that sounds, they do have Warzone and they do take that into consideration. So they probably think doing Modern Warfare and Black Ops is easier to just integrate into the world of Warzone. If you decide to do a game in World War II again, right, and you concentrate on something very specific and very original, how are you going to fit that into their grand plans of Warzone? Like, when the time comes, they're going to have to update the Warzone to fit that aesthetic, go with those guns. And it's just this whole freaking thing now that they have to fucking consider. So I think the easiest thing for them was to switch between MW4 and Modern Warfare and Black Ops. I think though with the 2027 game releasing, there is going to be some sort of reset. At least that's what they're suggesting and that's what they're saying. So if that reset does come with the Call of Duty of 2027 with Sledgehammer Games in the lead to make that, we might expect a few different things. But Call of Duty Ghost released back in 2013. All right, back in 2013, that would make it about 16 years old now, unless I'm fucking stupid at math, which I have always been. That's 16 years. Now, I'm not saying that a game can't release a sequel or a movie can't release a sequel 16 years, later. But what is the probability of that happening? And as much as I do love Ghost, the consensus around that release was that it wasn't a very beloved game. People didn't like it very much for its multiplayer and stuff like that. I mean, following Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was going to be difficult for anybody. I mean, it was arguably the greatest multiplayer of all time. I mean, people had a lot of good times and a lot of fun playing that. So jumping into Ghost, which was a little bit more slower, it wasn't as vibrant, it was a little bit more destroyed. Maybe people just didn't like that so much, right? And then if you bring Call of Duty Ghost 2, what's going to happen? Are you going to continue the story of Rourke and him capturing Logan and then having Hesh and the rest of the team come back and try to save him? Is that the plot that you're going to continue? Because it would be very crazy to say, whoa, we're starting off right at the moment that Rourke took Logan, and that's where the second game is going to start. That would be something difficult to do, especially with so many years, passing in between. Like, are people still going to know what the plot means? Are people still going to be engaged with that story? Or do you try to do something completely different? Like, let's start Call of Duty Ghost 2 and fast forward a couple years, like maybe have like a 5-year time jump, and Hesh hasn't seen Logan in such a long time, and Logan has been working with Rourke and they've been making a fucking mess. And now Hesh has to go find his brother 5 years later and kind of explains all the terrible things that Logan and Rourke have done in these few years. And now, can you bring Logan back? Can you rescue him from this, or is he long gone? That would be a plot that you could follow in Call of Duty Ghosts 2 and have a time jump so it feels like the game moved on as well as we have moved on, right? Like they wouldn't just be stuck in the same place. That would be very interesting. But then the question of the character redesigns. Who are these actors going to be? You know what I mean? Like, are you going to bring back the exact same actors? Or is Brandon Routh going to return to play Hesh? I'd fucking love that, but that's probably not going to happen either. So you see all these fucking problems start coming when you start thinking about that. And I think it would be wild that they were able to keep this whole thing a secret, because if they have it, let's pretend that Call of Duty Ghosts 2 is going to come out and that's going to be the game, and it's not going to be MW4 for some fucking reason. We would have heard something about it. There would have been some conversations around it. There would have been some movement around it. Some sort of leaks would have happened, but it didn't. We have the leaks that showcase the yellow, which is going to be the color of Modern Warfare 4. We have the leaks of Korea, words in Korea, and the posters that are going to be coming out in Modern Warfare. We have, knowledge that there's going to be some sort of New York battle. We have knowledge that it's going to be a story about, capturing Makarov. Like, we have these leaks, and these things are going to happen. So it's 100%. I mean, like, it's like 99% going to be Modern Warfare 4. That's why we have a whole fucking series on this channel where we've been talking about MW4, since last year. And I have a playlist full of fucking videos of the road to MW4 because we basically know that it's coming, So it is very difficult to release any other game this year that isn't MW4. And it would be even more crazier if it was Ghost 2. And another reason that the Ghost 2 video game won't work is because you're adding Simon Ghost Riley to the Fanta can, right? What does Simon Ghost Riley have to do with the Call of Duty Ghosts game that released back in 2013? I don't think he has nothing to do with it at all. Besides the fact that they took some inspiration from, his character and the name and everything and created a whole unit around him because of the popularity, Simon Ghost Riley never appears in the game. I mean, you have your dog Riley, which is a little Easter egg, a little callback to the original Ghost, but that's it. You know what I mean? Like, they have no interaction. Simon Ghost Riley wasn't a Ghost. Simon Ghost Riley wasn't part of the team. Simon Ghost Riley, they're not even part of the same universe, basically. So it would be very difficult to say, okay, we're gonna do Ghost 2 and Simon Ghost Riley is going to be the center of it. We're gonna reboot the Ghost world and we're starting over. This is what we're doing now. As cool as that may be, like, it wouldn't fit the current situation that the Special Air Service, Captain Price, and the rest of his team are in, which is maybe finding Makarov, stopping whatever, fucking world domination plan he has, and avenging Soap. It wouldn't fit the theme of what the game has going on currently. So, yes, I saw this rumor yesterday. I wanted to talk a little bit about it because I did some digging yesterday. I was like, yo, am I tripping here? Is something going on that I didn't see? But no, I didn't see anything at all confirming Ghost 2 at all. So it's not. Guys, the Call of Duty game that's releasing this year, pretty fucking sure it's going to be Modern Warfare 4. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. And if it is Ghost, then holy cow, am I a dumbass.